You are watching Kings. Every Saturday, we tell the story of how big brands conquered the world. How Ray-Ban became the king of sunglasses. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Hello, Aluxers. It's great to have you with us today as we break down how Ray-Ban does more than block out the sun. In this video, we're looking at how the company came to be, the strategy they used, the struggles they had to overcome, and if you watch until the end, you'll learn what the future holds for this sunglasses empire. Ray-Ban, the big picture. In the world of fashion sunglasses, there's one name that automatically steps into the spotlight, or rather, the sunlight. None other than the iconic brand Ray-Ban. Their reputation is known worldwide and is synonymous with remarkable design and performance. Ray-Ban is headquartered in Milan, Italy. Previously, they were headquartered in Bentonville, Arkansas, before being sold to USAToday Group. As part of the USAToday Group, Ray-Ban makes up 14% of the global market share, fighting for their share of sunlight against brands like Oakley, Costa del Mar, and Maui Jim sunglasses. Their step into the sunlight might have meant enduring days that were overcast, but let's see how it all began. The beginning. Ray-Ban's story begins in the mid-1800s in Rochester, New York. Here we find two German immigrants, John Jacob Bausch, the son of a baker, and Henry Lohm, a cabinet maker partnering to open a business handling optical goods. Lohm loaned Bausch a whopping sum of $60 to grow the business. By the opening of their retail shop, Bausch & Lomb was manufacturing and importing eyeglasses and other optical instruments such as binoculars, telescopes, and microscopes. During the beginning of the 1900s, it was John Bausch's son, William Bausch, that invented a technique to create lenses from molten glass. This technique reduced their production time, the use of raw material, and cost to produce. Bausch & Lomb became the pioneers of producing optical glass in the United States. As we enter the 30s, U.S. Army Air Corps Colonel John McCready was concerned about the visibility of pilots at high altitudes, as their present goggles would fog up. McCready worked with Bausch & Lomb to create the first sunglasses prototype, known as the anti-glare. Over the next 2 years, they redesigned the sunglasses, adding impact-resistant lenses and a metal frame, until finally in the late 30s, the first Ray-Ban Aviator was patented. Ray-Ban quickly gained popularity and went from pilots to those who enjoyed life outdoors. Later that year, they launched the Ray-Ban Shooter with Calachrome lenses that filter out blue light and sharpens the details, making it perfect for misty conditions. Then the following year, they launched the Ray-Ban Outdoorsman that carried skeet glass, designed for those who enjoy hunting, shooting, and fishing. The struggle. As we cover these brands, we learn how much the wars played either vital or damaging roles. For 2 years while Henry Lohm served in the American Civil War, Bausch ran the business. It was during this time he stumbled across a beneficial discovery. He found a piece of vulcanite rubber and saw the potential to make stronger, yet less expensive vulcanite frames for eyeglasses. During those times, wire frames were made from gold, and horn-rimmed frames were made of tortoiseshell, and in some instances, European deer antler. All very expensive materials, so wearing eyeglasses may have been considered a luxury item. As with all wars, there was a block on imported items, and the price of gold and European deer antler increased, creating a high demand for Bausch & Lomb vulcanite frame glasses. The U.S. government also became Bausch & Lomb's major customer during World War I, as there was a demand for searchlight mirrors, periscopes, gun sights, and other military applications. The defining moment. No one benefits from war. However, Ray-Ban's involvement with the military saw them ride the fashion trend of the 40s, where citizens wore military regulation t-shirts, and wanting to emulate pilots, they sought after new sunglasses. Ray-Ban moved from being solely for the military to a fashion brand. By the 1950s, Ray-Ban struck Hollywood and the big screen. Their new model, the Ray-Ban Wayfarer, was being worn by Hollywood star James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, and later on by Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's in the 1960s. In fact, the Ray-Ban Wayfarer became one of their most recognized sunglasses. Strategy. In the 60s, Ray-Ban was becoming fully immersed with the pop culture of that era and took full advantage of it. They were becoming the world leader in eyewear, from producing approximately 30 models at the beginning of the decade to over 50 models by the 1970s, with their styles for all age groups and genders. Ray-Ban continued making models to adorn the Hollywood celebrities well into the 1970s. One notable design was the Ray-Ban Ballerama, worn by Clint Eastwood in the movie Dirty Harry. By this time, Ray-Ban had positioned themselves well with the outdoor and sports enthusiasts, as well as in the fashion-forward circles. Innovation in eyewear was also shaping the industry with the introduction of soft contact lenses. Bausch & Lomb received approval to sell soft contact lenses from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which established an entirely new division for the company. Between the 80s and 90s, Ray-Ban dominated stages and the big screen. Movie after movie, musicians and actors, Ray-Ban was becoming almost omnipresent. It was at the 1984 Grammys, in a pair of Ray-Ban aviators, Michael Jackson created his signature look. Denzel Washington wore the Ray-Ban Clubmaster in his role as Malcolm X. And what would Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones be considered in Men in Black without those Ray-Ban Predators worn in the movie? All of this attention caught the eye of Italian eyewear conglomerate the Luxottica Group, and they purchased Bausch & Lomb for a reported $640 million. The value. Since becoming part of Luxottica, Ray-Bans went from being sold for $19 to $150. Even with the change in price, Ray-Ban was already the brand that everyone wanted to be seen in. As it became more of a fashion accessory, owning a pair of Ray-Bans became the dream of every fashion-forward individual that wanted to look like one of their favorite celebrity icons. As with most brands, you're not just paying for a name, you're paying for the craftsmanship. With each pair of Ray-Bans, it comes down to what it's made of and how it's constructed. Luxottica holds extremely high standards for its China factory. The frames are made from the same materials and using the same machinery you would find in Italy. It also helps to deal with the incredibly high number of Ray-Ban replicas on the market. The Ray-Ban brand remains listed as one of the most replicated brands in the world. In the last 5 years, Luxottica has identified 12 million units of replica Ray-Bans, and they've closed down over 120,000 fake websites. However, 86% of these offenses are in Chinese markets. As always, at Alux, we will never endorse the purchasing of replicas. That affects companies, brands, employment, and the health and safety of consumers. Controversy. Despite their omnipresence, in the late 1990s, before being purchased by Luxottica, Ray-Ban's classic style started to lose their appeal with changing fashion trends, and reports of their frames being inferior started to appear. However, there have been so many notable moments in their history. One such moment being the launch of their Never Hide campaign. It started in Times Square in New York, with 12 screens showing images submitted by Ray-Ban wearers who wanted to express themselves. The images were also displayed in a gallery on Ray-Ban's website, so it could be experienced worldwide. Ray-Ban's idea behind this was to highlight it was as much of a movement as it was a brand. The results. From inception, Bausch & Lomb answered the call with Ray-Ban, fulfilling a need for the military to becoming a brand of aspiration. After Luxottica took Ray-Ban off its year-long hiatus and redesigned the product, Luxottica's major transformation gave Ray-Ban the breath of life it once had. Ray-Ban launched a range of eyewear specifically for children, which included hypoallergenic frames that were durable and lightweight, and also improved upon their prescription sunglasses, blending design and function in a lucrative market. Ray-Ban's iconic disposition brought iconic collaborations and partnerships as well. Techno star Nina Kravitz teamed up to design 3 models, 2 being limited edition and 1 being produced regularly, called the Nina. Most recently, Luxottica fortified their partnership with luxury car brand Ferrari, agreeing to a multi-year licensing agreement for the design, manufacturing, distribution, and sale of a range of eyewear branded Ferrari and Ray-Ban. The future. Luxottica's plan since purchasing Ray-Ban has been better products, more locations, and stronger alliances. With an incredible 9,000 retail locations, they dominate a healthy 80% of the market. Due to Luxottica's stronghold in retail outlets, they are literally in control of the most popular distribution channels and can push brands out of the market. Luxottica and Ray-Ban have taken full advantage of technology to create unique user experiences. 6 years ago, they started Remix. This allowed customers to customize their glasses by mixing different frames, materials, and styles in over 220,000 different possible combinations. Remix generates 40% of the brand's online revenue. A year later, Ray-Ban partnered with Google in the development of Google Glass, a special pair of glasses that enables wearers to operate them as a smartphone. Fully voice-activated, you would be able to access the internet, make calls, and take photos. They are still working out some of the legal issues in regards to privacy and finalizing agreements on the design, marrying technology with the style of Ray-Ban. Keeping with forging the right alliances, 2 years ago, Luxottica merged with another optics company out of France called Essilor. Combined, they control over a quarter of the global value in eyewear sales. As of October last year, their combined market value is approximately $64 billion. Staying true to their core values, which were always to make a great product with amazing designs and quality, Ray-Ban added what they call Light Force, a thermoplastic material that is lighter, more durable, and flexible, keeping them at the forefront of being able to create and provide the best range of products for their customers. Closing. It has been 82 years since the first pairs of Ray-Ban aviators adorned U.S. pilots, and they remain a classic today. Throughout its existence, Ray-Ban thrived and continues to influence many aspects of pop culture across multiple industries. With their vision and forward thinking, Ray-Ban will remain the iconic brand it is today. They are definitely the king of sunglasses. Now, Aluxers, before you go, we're curious. Which Ray-Ban style is your favorite? Let us know down in the comments. And for sticking with us to the end, you get a bonus. Here it is. Tom Cruise's movies have single-handedly raised Ray-Ban sales twice. After Cruise wore a pair of Wayfarers and not much else in risky business, sales reportedly shot up 50%. Then, 3 years later, when he traded his Wayfarers for Aviators in Top Gun, sales shot up once again. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos for you to watch next. As always, the conversation continues on social media. Thanks again, and we can't wait to have you back tomorrow.